Be one game on consoles.
TwitchCon. So, Colin, what do you think about TwitchCon?
I'm like entirely uninterested for a few reasons. I think for one, Twitch has had like such a huge presence at like all the cons nowadays that I don't feel like it's in like a void that's been missing. You know what I mean? Like they've had a stream up for the last E3 for like 3 or 4 years now, 2 or 3 years at least, and it's been like the main stream essentially for E3.
Yep.
At PAX and stuff, they've done more partner-focused content where they've had partners kind of doing all the programming essentially for the weekend. Those are the types of things which I expect they'll do at TwitchCon anyway. So, like, as someone who wouldn't go to an event like that, I don't see a lot of value from it in terms of a viewer experience. I imagine they'll also hold some tournaments, which again isn't like new ground for Twitch. So, like, for me, it's hard to get super excited about it. That said, I think they could do some cool stuff with it. Just like not enough to get me like super hyped for it. Because really, I get hyped about game announcements. You know,
Right.
There's opportunities to watch my favorite streamers all the time because they're literally streaming 8 hours a day in most cases. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like for me, like the opportunity to kind of watch those guys again, it's kind of weird. I don't see a huge value. I was like tuned into the announcement, expecting something really exciting, even though I knew TwitchCon was going to be the announcement beforehand, just based off the rumors and everything.
Yeah, I had someone come in and tell me right before they announced, they were like, "Watch, it's gonna be TwitchCon." I was like, "What?" Like, watch. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. I agree with you in terms of everything. Everything you said is perfectly valid. I'm gonna say yes. I completely agree. What's up, Filtered? I completely agree with everything you said. With them having a presence at every single event. It kind of seems redundant with some of that stuff. And the focus of this event for TwitchCon is an opportunity for fans to meet up with partners, and I imagine other partners to meet up with other partners. And there was a survey that they sent out to partners, kind of talking about asking what they wanted. Hey, should we do partner meetups? And I think this kind of came out of that. And with YouTube, and here's where I'm going to make the parallel. With YouTube, you see a lot of encouragement for people to collaborate, and I feel like Twitch is trying to do the same thing. You know, they have the kind of like the groups that you can make on Twitch. I know Kenny's off the top of my head, which is up in this Twitch, something like that. So, I think it's an opportunity for partners to meet with partners and start collaborating and stuff like that in a very focused environment. So I like it from that perspective. From a viewer sense, or even someone that would go to the event, I'm not sure what they would offer other than meeting a personality that would be very valuable. I feel like you go to that type of event like you do a VidCon, and that's to learn, how to stream. So if you're not a streamer, then you might not want to go. Whereas if you're maybe, you're an up and coming streamer, or you want to learn more about it, or you just want to meet some of those people and bounce some ideas off of them, that might be the type of event that I think that they're focused on. So I don't know how how applicable it is for a con level event, and I don't know if it was worthy of them hyping it up as much.
Yeah, they really went overboard on
announcing.
the hype. Really
So
overboard on the hype.
I was expecting more of like a functionality change or some new feature that they were going to add, not a TwitchCon event, which I think is where I was a little let down. It's like, okay, you guys are hyping this up. Are you going to give me some instant replays or something on Twitch? Like, that's some shit I would be like, oh, yeah, let's go, Twitch. You guys are doing the damn thing. Versus a TwitchCon event, which is like, okay, that's cool. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where I feel like the bark was louder than the bite on this one, and I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think there's some weird crossover between like people that would go to an event to meet their favorite streamers and people who would go there to learn about streaming. You know what I mean? Like you can really appeal to one or the other, but like there's really no crossover between the two. Right. In the sense of like if you hold panels and stuff talking about streaming and like ways to interact with your audience and that kind of stuff. Like, people don't really care if you're just like an average viewer.
Right.
So if you want to do something like that, then that's great for those guys. But really, it's not like a big spectacle in that case. And I don't really think they're focused on like game announcements like E3 or PAX either. So I think it's gonna be just a really weird middle ground type event.
Yeah. Yep. And
Could be
they
cool for
showed that-
networking if you're a big star, but you can kind of do that on your own, anyways.
And the date for it, if you don't know, September 25th and 26th this year. And it will be in San Francisco. I don't know what venue they'll be at. I don't know what games they plan on showing, what they want to do, but they've said the following: it'll be an opportunity to meet partners. You'll be able to experience live content broadcast. I don't know what that means.
It means to be a Twitch stream.
Yeah, right. It means you'll be able to sit there in the audience watching people stream, and you'll have an opportunity to learn from the community thought leaders. So meet and greet and stuff like that. Probably get, like I said, bounce some ideas off of some of those folks. Again, good for the sense of, I think, partners. Same thing as VidCon. But you know, I don't know if it doesn't necessarily adds a whole lot of value to the convention space at large.
I would have liked to see them approach it as like a LAN event, like a QuakeCon type approach, and more celebrate the user base that way versus I don't know, and maybe they might do something like that. But to me, it doesn't sound like they're doing that kind of stuff.
I would have figured they would have piggybacked. Look, this is a type of event where you piggyback off of something like VidCon. My personal opinion.
They're probably pretty similar. And I've heard VidCon really isn't that effective for many of the small guys in general.
Really? Makes sense. Makes sense.
Because you get lost in the pond, you know?
Yep. Let's go ahead and hit Hype Fest. Blast through this. I think you probably watched more than I did.
Yeah.
Now, if you've enjoyed the video, made it this far, leave a like if you've not already. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate your support. Subscribe if you've not already so you guys can check my next video. And if you've missed anything, especially this video right here, go check it out. Just click, 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 click.